God wants you. God wants you. Don't you know that God wants you? God wants you. God wants you. Don't you know that God wants you? Young people who delight in sin, I'll tell you what has lately been. A woman who was young and fair, who died in sin and sad despair. Go to frolics, dance and play, in spite what her friends would say. I'll serve the Lord when I am old, then He shall receive my soul. Don't you know that God wants you? God wants you. Don't you know that God wants you? One Friday morning she took sick. Her stubborn heart began to pray. She called her mother to her bed. Her eyes were rolling in her head. She said, Mother, Mother, listen well. Your only daughter screams in hell. He said, Daughter, daughter, you must pray. Perhaps the Lord will hear your prayer. No, mother, too late to pray, for God has turned His face away. Go tell all my playmates and all my friends to turn to God and seek His face. Don't you know that God wants you? God wants you. Don't you know that God wants you? She moaned, she groaned, she screamed, she cried. She changed her tune before she died. Oh, can't you hear the hell bell sound? All those devils gather around. There's no mercy here for me. Give away, devil, and let me down. I say, give away, devil.